5 ways to get a job in France where you're only going to be speaking English. Recently, I made a video that kind of blew up talking about my company that is French, where everyone is expected to work in English. I was flooded with messages and comments and people asking me on LinkedIn, how do I get a job in France where I can just be speaking English? And unfortunately, my number one suggestion would be learn French. Even though my company works in English, it is a lot of French people, and it was a huge bonus in my interview process that I spoke French, but could also speak English, write in English, and understand the American mindset. But if you don't have time, option number 2 is go to places like LinkedIn, Welcome to the Jungle, and just type in English speaking into the search bar and see what comes up. Number 3, look into tech companies. That's because typically tech companies tend to be international, and so everyone wants to be speaking the same language, which is typically English. Number 4, they say the best time to plant a tree is 15 years ago, but the second best time is today. And by that I mean, if you are still in your studies, make sure you're studying something that could still be applicable in another country. So if you're a student and you want to eventually move to Paris, study things like marketing, advertising, business. These are jobs that you can get at larger companies that will actually be willing to sponsor your visa. This is very important. Lastly, number 5, this is how I got my job: network, network, network. I actually got my job from posting on TikTok, so don't be afraid to put yourself out there, whether it's posting online or going to networking events or just reaching out to people on LinkedIn. Definitely just put yourself out there and see what you can come across. It's notoriously not very easy to get a job in Paris where you're speaking English, but it is possible, and if you work really hard and you have a lot of luck, it can definitely happen for you, and I hope it does. Best of luck.